Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We are looking once more at VinFast, the Vietnamese auto manufacturer that hopes to start selling EVs in the United States in 2022. So far, from what I have been able to gather, the kind of chatter I am getting back is that everyone seems to be stunned by the new prospect of having a subscription service for the battery of the vehicle. While on the surface, it kind of makes sense because people compare these to the Tesla Model S, where to replace the battery would be about $22,000. And if you take the example where you had to replace that battery, let's say after about maybe 200, 300,000 miles, that's a $22,000 expense. But what is different is that people have not considered how many miles the average American would drive. So that is typically about 15 to 20,000 miles a year. And from that, you would see that it would take quite a while to hit 300,000 miles or 200,000 miles plus. We're looking there almost at 10 plus years to hit 200,000 miles. So, speaking about paying for the battery, if you were to do a down payment and then monthly payments on the vehicle for a typical 5-year loan, you would see that you are looking at close to probably $1,000, $800 to $1,000 a month for the car payment. And then on top of that, you would be paying anywhere from $110 to $160 a month for the battery. And it's just so hard to compute how that would work out, and if the market will be susceptible to accept that in the United States. Also, there's the mental factor. You have the car in your driveway, but you know that a major component of the car does not belong to you. And you have no alternative, because batteries and their chemistries are all tuned to work with the software that is powering the car. So that's the main reservation that Americans are putting out there, and that's what the kind of sense I get from the interwebs. So maybe this is just something new. What do you guys think? Do you think is going to wear on Americans that we are moving to mostly subscription services, be it for the iPhone, because this guarantees a continuous stream of revenue for the companies that do the subscription services. It used to be that you could go out there, buy Windows, Microsoft Office, it belongs to you. But now they've moved to a subscription model. Most of the Adobe products, for creative work, used to be that you could just buy them outright and they belong to you, but now it's a subscription service. So it's quite difficult in today's world to find a manufacturer that doesn't use that subscription model. It is just so onerous, and most people would just rather be able to pay once and be able to own their software. And if later versions come out and they have more features and you absolutely need those features, then if your version is no longer supported, then you buy the newer version. But this new system of subscription, I think it will take a little while to grow on people. The iPhone 14, which is coming out here very soon, is also rumored to be that it will be a subscription kind of phone. So you don't actually own the phone, you pay for your monthly service, and also you pay for the privilege of using the iPhone, but actually it belongs to Apple. And when it's time for an upgrade, you get the upgrade. So the question is, what if you want to stick with your iPhone? to use it maybe as a camera, a backup camera, because the cameras on the iPhones these days are pretty damn good. So someone could decide, hey, instead of buying a point and shoot camera or a DSLR or a what's the other one? The mirrorless camera. A mirrorless camera, you would just stay with your old iPhone and buy a new one, upgrade, but the old one will stay there just for camera purposes. How would that work? With the subscription service, I presume they would want you to turn in your old device before you get a new one. So that is what we are still parsing and trying to get our arms around this new subscription service only for the battery in the VinFast VF8 and VF9. Now guys, check this out. They actually offer some cool stuff with the initial reservation holders. So if you scroll all the way down here, you would see that where exactly is that? I saw something quite interesting here. VinFast story, not there. No, let's go here. Okay, let's check that out. They're offering quite a few perks with the initial reserve holders. They have a spa out in Vietnam where you could gain a 5-day stay if you put in your reservation early. And you also have the NFT that you get in case you put in your reservation. And then I believe they have just 2 complimentary charges on the Electrify America network. That's the company with whom they have a deal. So you have 2 complimentary charges, and then you have the NFT, and then you also have a complimentary 5-day stay at a wonderful resort in Vietnam. So those are some of the perks for the early adopters of the VinFast vehicles. I think the vehicles look good. The range is okay. I don't think we have any insight as to the chemistry of the batteries, but the range it's okay because these are SUVs. And you see up here they have a 10-year warranty for, I think that's mostly for the battery, of course the drivetrain also. And the drivetrain itself, it is said to have been engineered over in Germany. Same for the Ford Mach-E. I believe it was also engineered by Borg Warner. So it's a standardized drivetrain, well proven, has been tested. So they take it and you make your design, they drop the drivetrain in there, and you're good to go. So that's the idea behind the whole manufacturing process. With electric vehicles, you have only certain, very reduced number of components, which makes it easy to build on a modular platform. And that is exactly what's happening here with the VinFast VF8 and VF9. So please, if you happen to be at the New York Auto Show in New York, please you could check, and if you have further information about this company and how they came about, the subscription model for their battery, we would be more than happy to learn some of the insights. New York Auto Show runs from the 15th of April all the way to the 22nd of April. So that's what I had to share with you guys, that there's just a few concerns about people not accepting that they pay so much for a vehicle, and a major component of the vehicle, namely the battery, does not belong to them. You are barely getting a subscription and it belongs to somebody else. And what happens in case you default on your payments? every month. By the time you pay for the vehicle itself, you pay for the battery subscription, you pay for the car insurance, and then you pay for the electricity to recharge the vehicle. You aren't really left with too much, and you aren't too far from an ICE vehicle. So it's almost like you are defeating the whole purpose of going green. It's gonna empty your pocket before you know it. So so that's what I had to share with you guys. Please let us know your thoughts below, and we're not ragging on the company. We actually hope they succeed. It's just that we're trying to get to terms with and get heads around the battery subscription model and what exactly motivated that new business model, which is new in the EV sector in the United States, especially as Americans, drive a lot more than in other countries with the great distances here in the United States. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just had to revisit that once I noticed that there were a lot of concerns about the subscription model, and many people pretty much saying that it's a deal breaker. They won't be able to even consider the vehicle because of the subscription model for the batteries. All right, guys, if you made it this far, please consider giving me the thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. That's the single way in which you can most help me out, and I will be more than grateful and be very appreciative of your help and support. Thanks for joining me once more. Thank you for your time, and hopefully we both learned something new about VinFast, a great company with lots of other businesses, and I definitely think they deserve to get a decent shot at the US market. I wish them luck, and hopefully their new factory in North Carolina brings a lot of modern jobs that will be sustainable and help the world get greener. Bye for now, and catch you guys on the next video.